So we're out here in South Tasmania, about 20 minutes out of Hobart, at the Mustard Tail Tidy. They don't have a logo. Mustard Tail Tidy factory, where they make all the mustard tail tidies for the whole world, down here in South Tasmania. This is an exclusive first look at the factory, how they make their tail tidies, which I have here on my MT-09 SP. This came on the bike from the dealership. They were happy enough to give it to me when I bought the bike, which is awesome. We also have one on Ali's R3 as well. They make the best tail tidies. They were the first people to make a tail tidy for this bike when I first bought it. We're going to do a tour of their factory here, go through the process of manufacturing, designing, shooting their YouTube videos that they show how to install their tail tidies, all the way up to packaging their tail tidies and sending them out. So we're going to have a look at all of that, show you how it's all done in this little shed out in the middle of the forest in Tasmania. Let's go from there. All right, man, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Jacob. What was your name again?
Mark.
Mark. All right, cool. So this is the factory. Let's go. How do you start?
Yeah, oversized shed in the back of nowhere.
Oversized shed, that's it.
You got to start somewhere, I guess.
That's it.
So yeah.
So a new bike comes out, a 2024 MT-09.
Yep.
Where do we go from there?
Yep. So we actually had a bike just before you got yours. You're one of the first people to have one of our products.
Yeah.
So yeah, we start off in this room here. So we basically take a bike in here, and I lock myself up for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Pull the bike apart.
Yep.
See what I can do, see if I've got products that are already similar in design, things like that.
Yep.
And then basically process a trial and error. I work out something that works.
Yeah.
Something that fits, something that looks good, something that's tidy, something that, follows the rules that we need to here in Australia. Yep. So, indicator spacing, clearance with the back wheel, visibility, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, cool.
So that's usually about a day's work. I put the bike back together, it goes back to the shop. Yep. Then we go into production, which happens in the room over here.
Sweet. So you have some kind of like deal with like dealerships when they get new bikes in, or?
It depends on the dealership, depends who it is. But yeah, a lot of the dealerships, all the dealerships locally work with us quite happily.
Yeah, awesome.
And also sometimes, our local dealers don't get all the bikes in. Yeah. So we also do some designs remotely. Yep. We're currently doing the new Panigale V2, Street Fighter, V4.
Yeah, cool.
They're all going to be the same product with a guy in WA.
Yeah, right.
And also our local dealer hasn't received an R9 yet, which is going to be a really popular product. For sure. So we're working with a dealership in Melbourne to design the product with them remotely as well.
Yeah, right, okay.
Which is a bit more involved. It takes a bit of guesswork.
I bet.
But, with Express Post, we get there in the end. And
I still haven't seen an R9 yet, so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good one.
All right, so you get the design.
Yep.
Move into the manufacturing.
Yeah, so moves into the production. Basically, all the products start out as a raw sheet of aluminium. Yep. They go into one of our CNC machines. Yep. So we've got two of them here. We tend to do more plastics on this machine, so we do a newer machine. Aluminium on that machine over there. Yeah, and the sheet just gets cut out, so all the products are designed so they're basically flat when they start. Gets cut out on the sheet, comes out like it does behind you here.
Oh, okay, yep.
So we've just got basically a sheet full of sprues. From there's a little bit of post-prep work. Yep. They get sanded, they might need to be countersunk or things like that. Yep. They get cut out of the sheet, they're all held in by a little sort of sprue, so they all get ground off. Yep. Once they're all out of the sheet, they go in through the dishwasher, which is exactly the same dishwasher you have at home. Yep. It's just the most convenient thing to use. So they go through the dishwasher because there's coolant used in the cutting, and that needs to come off before the powder coating process. True, yeah. Once they've gone through the wash, we mark them out. So they might need line work or things like that so that we know where to bend them. Yep. And then they go over to the press brake over here. Cool. So this is actually a new addition to us. We've only had it for a couple of years. Before that, we used to bend everything by hand on a Magna bend. So that was a lot of bends. This thing has been a huge time saver.
Yeah.
And also precision with this machine. Every single bend just comes out the same once you've done your initial setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll run you through one if you want.
Yeah.
We've got
let's do it.
so these are arms for an R7.
Yep.
And it's literally holding down a button pretty much.
So this is what we're making here.
Yep, so this is the part we're making.
Yep.
So the machine automatically sets the distance to the back.
Yep.
It's automatically got its bend height set in there. And then we've got a little laser line for those bends that don't have a parallel line to bend from.
Yep. Super easy.
Yeah. And it's so much quicker than the old way, bending by hand.
Wow.
So yeah, from that point, basically they're ready to go to powder coating for the most part.
Yep. Is this all it is, the R7?
So there's two other components to that.
Yep.
There's a base plate that sits on top.
Yep.
And then there's your face plate, which holds the number plate, the indicators,
yep.
and the LED light in it.
Super light. Yeah.
Super light, yep. So
awesome.
There's a few other things as well. We've got a little thread insert machine here.
Yep.
Just to fit threads into the material where, for example, some bikes you can't actually get to the nuts.
Yeah.
Your bike is a perfect example. It's actually the first product we use this machine on.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, so really handy machine.
Yep.
Yeah, so once it's all done here, basically it gets bent to a certain stage where it's not practical to bend it any further, and that's mainly for storage reasons.
Yeah.
And it goes into our storeroom out the back here.
Cool.
Then as we sell a product, we take that raw stock out, do the final few bends, and it goes out for powder coating, comes back, goes upstairs, and we pack the product.
Yeah, cool.
So.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right,
yeah.
So we got this is all your stock here.
Yeah, this is the store. This is the old machine we used to do the bending on. We actually still do a fair bit of work on it because there are some bends that the new machine...
Sorry, I'm
that's all right. Not quite that one. We do still use that as well, but yeah... there are some products where we can't bend it on that machine just because of clearance limitations. Particularly the indicator mounts. So most of the mounts for the indicators get bent on this machine.
Yeah, right, okay.
And I've had that, so that was the first investment I ever made for this business.
Yeah.
It was a $3,000 machine 15, 16 years ago. And when we finally retired it and that machine came in, I did a bit of very rough calculations. And it's somewhere between $750,000 and $1 million bends that have been made on that machine, all manual.
Jesus.
So if you've got a product from us that's sort of older than 3 years, it's been bent on this machine.
Someone came here and bent it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So
one machine did all of that. That's pretty crazy.
Exactly. I couldn't have started this business without this machine. And interestingly, it's actually a local machine as well.
Yeah, right.
Designed and manufactured initially here in Tasmania.
Right.
No longer. They sold the IP a number of years ago, but it was made just around the corner here in Kingston.
Yeah, right.
On Browns Road. So yeah, I've actually met the inventor of this machine once it broke down. So
very Tassie made business.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a big part of what we try and do.
For sure, yeah.
We source most of our materials from local businesses. Powder coating is done locally.
Yeah.
I always, when I got into this, wanted to provide jobs, for people around me.
Yep.
And, we're not super big. It's my job was the first job by leaving employment. But we're getting there, We're about to put on another full-timer, hopefully. So
I think you guys are huge. Like when I first got my bike, in the MT09 community on Facebook, everyone was saying best tail tidy, and mustard came up in every post. So
the MT09 community has been huge for us. Ever since the second gen came out, the 17, we did pretty well on the first gen, the 13. And then the second gen came out with that great big sort of
I hated that. I took it off straight away.
Exactly. The first thing we did is we went to the MT09 Facebook page, Australian MT09 page, Facebook page, and did a bit of a poll on what people thought of that, because we were sort of also a bit like, this isn't really what people want.
Super heavy too.
Yeah, exactly. Weighed a ton. And that product just took us to the next level.
Yeah.
And then same thing, 21 MT09 came out.
Yeah.
We were really lucky. Our local dealer, they were one of the first in Australia to get that MT09. Right. And we had it in here that weekend. Within 2 days, we had the product done, sorted, released, and out to public.
Perfect.
Which was, again, local businesses, the powder coaters, they worked overnight to get us that first batch out. So that community in particular has really helped us along as well. And now the R7s as well. R7s have been a huge one for us as well, along with other manufacturers, so cfmoto are actually doing really strong now.
They're going pretty good,
Honda has started to come back with their new Hornet. That's been quite a popular one for us as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, have you seen the new cfmoto, what is it, 750?
The 675 or the 750? The 750 is the one that they've just
the
released the information
single-sided
on.
swing arm. Yeah, I think that one.
Yeah, so that one's about to come out. It's going to be interesting. I'm kind of surprised they're releasing that one because it's so similar to the 675.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But it should be a good thing.
Yeah,
so
it looks cool.
Every time, so the first cfmoto I did was the 2010 650 NK, which is based off the ER6.
Yeah.
And it was rough.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, it was rough. Every model that's come out since then, you can just tell everyone's improved. And the best one so far has been their 450 MT.
I'd seen them,
Yeah, but the 675, we had that in here literally yesterday, filming the install guide for it.
Yeah.
Completely different bike to that 650 NK that came out so many years ago.
Yeah.
So they're definitely coming up in the ranks.
I think so too, yeah.
Still not quite, like Ducati, Yamaha, they've definitely got the edge.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that'll always be the case. And, different bikes, different budgets, different people, different uses. So it's good to have that variety.
Yeah.
So
is this where you get all the boxes and put everything you need into it, or?
No, so the packing we do upstairs, this is primarily dispatch. So when you place an order on the website, we get the information, all the labels get printed out, come down here. We do our pick in the store behind us. So we work out what product you've got, if you've got any accessories with it, what size you've got. So we've got a few size variations on our product. And it usually depends on where you're located and what size number plate you have. So we double check that as well. If we think you've got the wrong one, we'll get in touch, make sure you're getting the right product.
That's cool, yeah.
It basically gets packed here and then heads out to the post office every day. So, but awesome. We're basically all packed, all sorted.
Heaps.
What I was saying before about when it gets packed to a certain extent. So this is all our raw stock.
Yeah.
When a product comes off the shelf, someone purchases it, we straight away go and pick one of the raw stock, and it goes onto the end of the bench here. And that's for, you can see all these are really nicely stacked. When they're fully bent with the indicator mounts, we couldn't do that. And the amount of storage we'd need would just be huge. I'd love to do it because it would sort of make things a bit easier for us. But, until we grow to a size where we can justify the bigger space. That's sort of the most efficient way for us to do it. But
awesome.
I
noticed you guys did. I was looking at my bike on your website yesterday, and you actually do the reservoir mount as well. I would have bought one of them. I didn't know you did it, and then I had someone send me one that they made. I didn't know you guys did it. Otherwise, I would have bought one. Yeah, it's cool.
So it's primarily the product we do is the tail tidy. It's what we're known for. It's what we're good at. And at this stage, we still chase our tail in many respects, trying to get designs through. Just because the time that it takes, the size that we are. So we've still got a backlog of bikes that we want to get in and design products for. But where we can, we do try and design some extra products. So indeed, those reservoir mounts are a popular one.
I bet.
Particularly, if you're not carrying a pillion and you want to get rid of pillion pegs.
Can't take off the pegs without it. So.
Exactly. So, and we did as well. So the 21 MT09, we did a little fly screen and things like that.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So always looking for other little things we can do. I have so many ideas of product ranges we can extend into. And it's just, haven't got the time of the day to get to them, unfortunately. But one day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you reckon is the most popular bike that you guys sell for?
currently would have to be the R7.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So R7 came out in 2022 and it just has not slowed down.
They're very popular.
They keep going and going and going. Yeah. So, and, that's why we were talking earlier about the R9.
Yeah.
I think the R9 is going to be, the next thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it makes sense, like, sports bikes are great, but you go to an R1 and it's just impractical on the road.
Yeah.
You've got things like the MT-07 and it's got such a great engine in it, and the R9's the same thing, such a great engine for on the street. You put that in a sports bike chassis and, it's what sports bikes lost when they became World Superbike guys. Basically, they started chasing the race wins and forgot about the customer.
Yeah.
So
I reckon it probably helps that the R7's learner approved as well, so you have all the learners
100%.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. And look, a large portion of the product range that we do is for learners.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see that progression as well from, we have customers that will order something for their learner's bike. They'll move on to, a mid output and move on to a high output. So it's been good to see sort of that influx of learner approved bikes. Probably about sort of 10 years ago that started. And they're spoiled for choice now, which is great.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I remember when I first got my L's, the only thing I had to choose from was a Ninja 250, and that was about it.
Yep, Ninja 250. Where is it?
Heaps of them.
There we go.
Awesome.
So, again, one of those products that took us to another level.
Yeah.
Back when the Ninja 250 came out in 2008.
Yeah.
It was literally a hobby that I spent my weekends on.
Yeah.
And that bike came out. We were the first company in the world, to my knowledge, that made a fender eliminator that you didn't have to cut.
Yeah, right.
You didn't have to take to with a hacksaw, which is something that we still follow through to today.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have to cut it with a hacksaw, we're not really interested in doing it because it just gets too complex and too hard. It's too easy to stuff up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a huge product for us. So
yeah, it's cool.
And it's still to this day, it continues to sell. So
I can't believe how light it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so surprised by that. It's just super light. Yeah, it's cool.
It is, yeah. When you see what they put into some of the stock ones, like some of them are just complete, steel subframe and completely encased in plastic. And,
I've taken many stock fenders off in my life.
I've got one here somewhere, but indeed, there's a lot of weight in the stock fender. And, people look at fender eliminators and go, it's just a vanity thing that makes it look good. But it's not. It actually helps in many respects as well. Only a small amount, but you're taking the weight off your bike.
For sure.
Lighter bike, handles better.
I think it just looks way better.
Exactly right. But like that MT-09, that 17 MT-09, that's a big heavy weight hanging off the back of your suspension.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I was shocked how heavy that was. I think I still have it at home, actually.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, good as a sledgehammer. That's about it.
I was pleasantly surprised when my new one came with the tail tidy, because I was looking online, no one made any of them apart from you guys. So I was kind of, didn't have any options. And then, I got yours and pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, great. Appreciate that. And, it's good as well. Like, obviously that got us introduced. So it's kind of cool to see someone that's doing, your kind of stuff on the socials down here. That's something we're not super great at, but
it's weird.
It's great to see that sort of progress in our little state of Tassie all the way down here, down south.
For sure. That's what everyone always appreciates when they see someone else from Hobart, because it's such a small area. And,
exactly right. Yeah. So, and when that reach gets out there to the rest of the world, it's good to see.
Cool.
So,
all right, let's head upstairs.
Upstairs? Yep.
Cool.
So Dave's actually gone out to do the post run, so you've just missed him.
No, that's all right.
But he'll be back soon.
So you guys ship every day, do you?
Yep, so we do a daily ship at 2:30. We head out to the post office.
Yep.
We're actually the largest MyPost business customer in the Kingborough area.
Really?
So as far as, that's what we've been told anyway, which is fantastic.
That's awesome, yeah.
So again, we're sending out about 5,000 units a year. That's just tail tidies.
Yeah.
And then we've got all the accessories as well. So you can work out, it's a lot of parcels.
It's a lot, yeah.
So, this is my wife, Emma.
Hey.
She's doing all the social media and bookkeeping and things like that.
Is that a thumbnail, is it?
Business.
Yeah,
awesome.
For the new cfmoto 675.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so that's going to be released tomorrow. So by the time your content comes out, it should already be out and available. So
yeah, awesome. That's a great thumbnell. A lot better than mine. I just make mine on my phone, so
I'm not feeling this one that much, but it'll get there.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Cool.
She underestimates herself sometimes.
No, it's great.
She does a great job. So, but
Well.
yeah, so yeah, this is the general sort of office space and packing.
Yep.
So when everything comes in from the powder coating, it comes in a big box.
Yep.
We sort it all out onto this shelf here, so all the different products are separated and individual.
Yep.
So these are all products still waiting to be packed. Now, yeah, they basically go around the bench. Mm-hmm. So start up over here, we put in one of our little LED bolts. So that's just a little number plate light that lights up your number plate. So it goes through here, moves over, depending on the product, there's a number of nuts and bolts that need to go with it, or there's a link wire to make sure that it's plug and play and plug straight into your harness, you don't have to do any wiring.
Yep.
There might be some base plates or, other plastic components, things like that with some of them. Again, machine all those here in-house.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like how you have the little grommet thing for the cables.
For the key. That one's for the key.
Oh, for the key, is it?
So,
okay.
On the earlier MT-09, so with your previous model MT-09, there was the key underneath the seat.
Yeah.
And so that little grommet was basically a way of
keeping
that sealed.
Yeah. Because they have the flap. Yeah.
Exactly. And when that was integrated into the stock fender, so when you try and take that off, it was really hard to try and recombine that. And so we came up with the idea of the little rubber grommet. And it works perfectly. It keeps everything out and keeps everything sealed. So,
cool.
Yeah. Over here we've got all our nuts and bolts.
Yep.
So basically each product has a packing guide which explains what goes into an individual product.
Yep.
Let's see if I can pull one up. Let's go 450 MT. And so whoever's doing the packing basically has a full guide, explains all the parts that are in the product.
Yeah, right.
All the documentation that might need to go with it. So most of our products now have the video installation guide.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Sometimes we don't have access to a bike long enough to film it, but where we can, we do.
Yep.
And so this basically explains everything that goes into that product.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it just got all the hardware on the wall here.
Yep.
Gets put into little bags. Got our cards that direct you to the video when it does have a video.
That's cool. Yeah.
And we try and we've used to use bubble wrap. We went over to paper. It's much nicer, a bit more environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
That's sort of it. It ends up in the box, ends up on the shelf downstairs, and waits for the customer to come and place an order.
Yeah.
So, or your dealer as well. We've got dealers across Australia.
Yep.
So, a lot of dealers stock our product, which is great, supporting Australian made and
heaps of stickers.
Yeah.
Mind if I grab one?
Stuff some of them in your pocket, eh?
Yeah. I'll take one for my water bottle. Got my water bottle.
I'll do your deal.
A deal?
I'll see you've got some stickers too.
I do. I should have bought some stickers. Damn.
We'll have to do a trade with that.
Yeah. Next time.
So yeah, that's more or less it. That's basically the majority of the business.
Yep. So you basically turn one of these big, heavy, ugly plastic into
military grade shovel. So into something much more appealing and much more sleek. So.
Yeah, awesome. No, you guys do an awesome job. So, from everyone in the bike community, especially M209s, thank you for what you do because it's
thank
awesome.
You to all our customers out there, and all the people that support us, contact us, share their bikes on social media.
Yeah.
Like I said, this started out as a hobby. And in many respects, it's a dream come true.
No, definitely.
I'm making a living for my family and for our staff.
Yeah.
Basically, working on bikes and doing something we love.
It's awesome.
And it gives us the opportunity to do this. Manufacturing in Australia and providing our products Australia wide. It's an amazing thing to have gotten this far, and it wouldn't happen without our customers. So that thanks goes in return to all those people that have supported us over the years.
Definitely. So, putting Tasmania on the map.
That's
it. Good. That's why I make videos, and It's great.
No, exactly right. Hopefully they won't forget us next time we put a map of Australia up there.
That's it.
So,
all right, mate. I appreciate the tour and showing us around.
Thanks for coming down and I mean,
Perfect.
enjoy your content. Look forward to seeing how this comes out.
Yeah, for sure. Couple of days to edit it. I know it takes a while.
That's it.
No, awesome. All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's it. Appreciate it, man.
Catch you next time.